We want Yom Kippur to be a transformational experience. We want to say sorry to Hashem and want Hashem to forgive us, but we also want to actually change. And so the davening and the teshuvah needs to be relevant to us. One of the central prayers of Yom Kippur is Al Chet. It's apologizing, sorry Hashem, for all the things that I've done wrong. And we end off that there are 4 capital punishments. And if I'm guilty of any one of the wrongdoings that make me liable for capital punishment of skila, sreifa, hereg, bechenek, being stoned, burnt, etc., then I am apologizing to you, Hashem, now, and I'm saying sorry, and I'm doing teshuvah. But what's the relevance of that to our lives today? We don't have capital punishment today, thank God. And nor do we transgress those wrongdoings, like we don't serve idols, which would lead you to skila. But when we understand what it means in a deeper sense today, we see how relevant it is to us and how it helps us transform. How do you bow down to an idol? Well, you submit your head. Bowing your head means, figuratively, submitting your brain. Our head, by nature, is attached to Hashem. And you feel God in your presence, naturally. But when we allow external forces to dictate how we think and how we feel, that's called avodah zarah. It happens when you start worrying over parnasa, over how you're going to make a living, and panicking and being concerned about what's happening and allowing external forces to dictate how you feel and how you think. Because everything's from Hashem. And what you want to do is just worry about the process. Meaning, I got to do my thing. I got to make that call and have the meeting. But I don't have to worry about it. The worry is avodah zarah. It's idol worship. And the punishment, or rather the consequence for that, is skila, is being stoned. And what that means is, when they stone someone, they throw a stone on the person's heart. So your heart becomes a stone. And that's when you feel totally disconnected from spirituality. If you look at yourself and you see and you find that you're not connected, you're not plugged in, then you need to do teshuvah to undo the avodah zarah, the submitting to idols. And ditto for sreifa. Sreifa is like an addiction. When you're just being burned up alive and you don't know what to do about it because you're anything but to escape the moment. You want to escape into some fantasy land to make you feel good. And that's sreifa. And so the Arizal explains that these 4 capital punishments correspond to the names Yud Kei Vav Kei. And the way to escape them is by connecting yourself to Yud Kei Vav Kei, to Hashem. And Yom Kippur is the best time to do this, because Yom Kippur is Lifnei Hashem, Yud Kei Vav Kei, Titaru. When you feel Hashem's presence, Lifnei Hashem, inside Hashem, Titaru, you become pure. So the avodah is, the work is on Yom Kippur to keep on thinking about how Hashem is present in our lives, how Hashem runs it. And you take your worries, yes, I'm panicking over what's going on. Allow Hashem, let go, allow Him to take control. Just do your thing and let Him run it. And it's so difficult, especially if you've already experienced it so many times. But as you do it, as you realize Hashem in your life, you escape the 4 capital punishments. And that's the work of teshuvah on Yom Kippur.